minutes, 20 minutes more.
Ish.
That's
Hello.
cheeky, I like it.
And welcome to the 20 minutes more, the post-show chat where we just have a little bit of a laissez-faire conversation about how everyone's week's been. We've just been chatting about political ideals. If you watch the show regularly, then you'll know about my plan to draw a dick on your palette.com. And we were just seeing, can we get behind that? Would it stop big-toed politicians from getting involved in activities? So guys, how's everyone's week been? How's everyone feeling now as we come into the end of lockdown?
I'm feeling pretty good. I got my second vaccine shot. So I'm ready to go outside to the world and spit at people, but it's okay, I can spit on you.
Oh wait, after the vaccines you're allowed to spit on them. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I've just been doing it randomly anyway.
I'm from Birmingham, that's what we do.
Do you need a vaccine passport for that? Like, if you spit on someone, they're like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, it's okay, I've got my vaccine. Hold out your vaccine passport. It's all right, dude.
Like MIB or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
My work's been pretty good. Well, my week's been pretty good. I just work all the time, which is fun. I like it.
Nice.
Working from home.
Yeah, week's been okay. Sort of. I've been at work at an actual place of work, and have to drive to work and do actual work hours instead of working at home. Doing things because normally it's like that seems to be the new norm of working at home, but instead been going outside. So yeah, outside us.
Again, tell me the secrets of the outside world. I need to know.
With flowers and shit now.
Dioxide
down.
It is good having something to go and do, though, isn't it? Like, during all those lockdowns, not having anything to go and do was terrible. Then you got all excited. Like, I went for my first pint the other day, and I talked about it for a week and a half. I went for a pint in a beer garden, got cold, and went home, and that became a week and a half's worth of conversation for me.
But did you tag it on Facebook as well? Like, you got to do that as well. It's not a pint unless it's on Facebook.
Because I feel bad. I'm in New York. We've been pinting for months now.
Nice.
I'm going out of days. All the restaurants have just built little sheds outside their bars, or like built sheds outside their like establishment, and everyone's just drinking outside. I'm expecting a great summer.
It's good.
The battery.
I was just annoyed because when they said about lockdown and stuff, and they said there's not going to be any drinks, that there was going to be like some sort of like, it's going to be like the 1920s when they had the prohibition is like not being able to have any drinks and having dry cities and stuff like that, and having these like tiny little cool speakeasies that we can go to, secret tunnels to lead to beer gardens and stuff like that. We're not getting any of that. No, we just get chav raves. It's not fair.
It's unfortunate. I mean, on the subject of doing things, I went out for a nice cycle on the weekend, which was amazing, but I haven't been cycling in like ages. Like, you never forget, allegedly, but I think that's bollocks. But yeah, my ass has been destroyed the whole week, so I think there's a danger of doing things sometimes, like do things in moderation, slowly.
Well, like 100% of the people who get seriously injured have done it doing some kind of activity or sport. So if we nullify activities and sports, then we're all safe. So like that is the logic. But talking of getting back into things, I bought some inline skates the other day, and I've been going to the skate park and been doing some skating there. Well, that's been really good fun. But I tell you what, when I did it a lot when I was like 15, 16, and then I sort of phased out. And once I got to uni, I stopped. And now I'm 30. Right, and I tell you what, you do not bounce up the next morning like you fucking used to. Like, oh my god! Like, the first time I went out, I got home, I sat in the sofa, and I just went and I felt like an old man as I got up in slow motion, and like my mate's just sat there, just looking at me, he's like, "You okay? You don't seem healthy." as I like creak off to a shower, just like So yeah, so that's been fun. I landed my first ever grind yesterday. So yeah, it's exciting.
That's a fucking achievement.
I know, right? Yeah, man.
You get some sort of certificate.
I bought some a while ago, but the wheels were pure shit, and it was a really unpleasant experience for me. And then I have discovered there's 4x4 inline skates called power skates, or I can't remember what they're called, but they're like massive fucking wheels with like 3 or 4 wheels, and they're for all terrain. And they will be mine. They will be mine soon. I need them. It's gonna happen.
They sound fun.
Like,
Talking about watching achievements, I tried to save a squirrel recently, but it was a grey squirrel, so no one gives a fuck, and it's illegal to try and rescue it because it's just smelling and you should kill it. I'm like, why is it always politics? I just want to help a squirrel, but no, legally.
No. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Right? Yeah, that is systemic racism.
It is,
because that's just hating on the American squirrels. Like, you know, they came over here, they took all of our women, and
isn't the grey squirrel hating on the red squirrel systemic racism?
Yeah. I think I think it's actually not.
So well, there you go, exactly, right? Yeah, and now, okay, maybe. So what? This is like, that was like there was like reverse discrimination,
something like that.
But like, so if you see a racist who's really injured, you go, nah, leave them because it's like they're actually vermin, and like
that should be the new policy. I just think how do you feel about foreigners? Fuck them. Yeah, you can fuck off and die. But come again, see you later.
They should have them at the stores, like leave a racist, pick a racist, that kind of thing.
It's the type of positive discrimination that we need in the world. The only discrimination I have is against racists generally, which is
I think that's a good discrimination to have. Yeah,
there's like more on there.
The one discrimination that I always find weird, right? Yeah, is homophobia, right? Because when someone's homophobic, right? Yeah, when someone's a homophobe, everyone goes, they're secretly gay. Yeah, but no one does that for any other kind of like. Could you imagine if someone's like, they're racist, but they're secretly black? Like, you know what I mean? That doesn't work for anything else. Like, it can't be true of everything, because otherwise 70% of Ireland would be gay.
That's true. Hey, we're like coming out of our homophobic ways. So we're like the first country in the whole world to vote in gay marriage by popular vote.
Doubling your gay numbers, no jokes.
See, I'm actually really afraid of not the gays, but so much like traps in houses. I'm home alone-ophobic.
Oh.
And I'm logging off now.
Nice. Laugh session, I love it.
I think we might kill Simon.
Well done. That is a fucking quality joke. Yeah. That is a fucking quality joke. Well,
just made it up.
Well done, that man. Well done, that man.
That's how the best jokes come about.
Absolutely. Alrighty then. Well, as no one's ever going to fucking top that joke again, let's move on to our next game.
Hang on a fucking second.
All right, so we look. It's 20 minutes more. We always play the same game in this show, and it's a game of alternative opinions. Everyone, the world loves an alternative fact, but here at 27-minute Comedy Hour, we love alternative opinions. So in this game, I've taken a comment, an opinion piece from the from The Guardian. It's always from The Guardian because they do this kind of cannon fodder shit that's really fun to take the piss out of. So let's have a look at what The Guardian's opinion piece this week. I've removed some of the words, so can you fill in the missing words for me? Britain won't be safe from COVID-19 until people everywhere
with hairy toes stop wearing flip-flops. Disgusting.
Until people shit bricks everywhere.
Stop getting aggressive over toilet paper and basic supplies.
Until people leave their litter in the park everywhere.
I thought it might be die from COVID.
Might be what, sorry?
Die from COVID.
Oh.
Theoretically true, won't it?
Theoretically,
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
Maybe it's until Britain won't be safe from COVID-19 until people everywhere start kicking grey squirrels.
Yeah.
I was thinking something about the grey squirrels needs to be done, but it's probably their fault. This whole thing started. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe they're like,
And
you know, like they've got
the
their own like narco area. Like maybe they're the one like shooting up the moon, like doing squirrel drive-bys or something. I don't know.
But did you guys hear about the drug squirrels of London, where dealers were like hiding drugs in like borders of people's houses in London, and squirrels were coming along finding crack and getting found dead all over London?
Oh, I know.
With overdoses.
In Dublin, they're all addicted to nicotine because of cigarette butts. So they're all very angry about it because they don't have their nicotine hit.
My friend had a plant, right? Yeah, that we all used to chuck our fag butts in, right? Yeah, and then they tried to they wanted to grow the plant and make it nice, and they took all the fag butts away, and because there was no nicotine in the soil anymore, the plant started to die. So we all had to start chucking nicotine into the plant again.
Oh God!
We had to come round and smoke loads of fag to chuck the faggots into the plant so the plant would survive.
I guess it's got like nitrogen and heaps of shit into it, so it's probably really good for plants. I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is.
I do.
That's probably what it is.
Like, we have to go out and smoke all the cigarettes. Save the earth, man.
We're doing it to save the plant.
I'm gonna smoke on my plants more. That's for sure.
That's weird. So Britain won't be safe from COVID-19 until people everywhere chuck their cigarette butts at plants.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe I thought this could be Britain won't be safe from COVID-19 until people everywhere realise that Boris Johnson needs a nice new flat to live in.
I mean, it's essential for sure.
Yeah, especially for old dictos there.
No, guys, the article this week was Britain won't be safe from COVID-19 until people everywhere have been vaccinated.
Oh.
Yes, this is the only way to prevent the emergence of more dangerous variants and the end of the pandemic for good. Guys, did we get a chance to have a look at this article? What do we think of it?
I mean,
do we reckon that's the truth?
Yeah, it makes sense. But the problem is not everyone's going to get vaccinated because the lots of people are absolute wankers. Won't do it.
And also the way that the NHS is funded at the moment, most places don't know their fucking head from their asses, and everything's really mismanaged and fucked up and needing help at the moment. So everyone needs to get vaccinated, but our fucking services need some motherfucking support. And with the Downing Street sickness of the renovations, I'm sure they could afford to put some money into the fucking healthcare system. Maybe.
I just think
that 200,000 would have been better spent on
I mean,
I think they should really take the microchips out of the vaccinations. Then I might get one. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be told all the time. I mean, I'm going to tweet and Facebook about it and Instagram about it, but they won't find me. They won't.
Especially if I tag my location.
Yeah. Not find my geocache, that's for sure.
Oh my God. Joe Rogan did a thing about not getting vaccinated, and the problem with that is everyone listens to him, even though he's not a doctor or a medical expert. He's stretching the imagination.
Like, listen to me.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm Joe Rogan, don't you know?
I mean, it's all over a lot of bricks anyway. So.
Well, this is one of the problems with the world now, isn't it? Right? Yeah, like it can be all the evidence, overwhelming evidence in the world, but like one eloquent stoner with a microphone has so much sway over a bunch of people to say, yes, man, like I saw this thing on the internet that said it was bad, so like don't do it, man. And I was just like, yeah, like, I agree with that. But like that's
shows the power
of the world.
Stoners, though. No.
Yeah. maybe this is their time. Like if only he could like get something like a bit better done. Like, you know, like
320 bag with every vaccination,
yeah.
Go for it, peeps. Like, we just need to motivate people better. Get the people what they want. No,
That's true.
You are. Okay, right, yeah, right. So you're on the fence about getting the vaccination. What's the present from the government that they can give you that's going to get you over that line to get that vaccination?
£200,000 to renovate my own flat.
Yeah.
That would be fucking nice. Like, shit.
I would just do like a pint would do. Like just for every nurse like jabbing you, there's just a guy pouring a pint, someone pouring a pint.
That sounds like a great idea.
So I can get my own, disability checks.
Yeah.
Being from Ireland, do you drink Guinness, or is that just a complete bollock stereotype?
I do drink Guinness, but it depends. I'm from Cork in Ireland, so in Cork we have Beamish or Murphy, so I tend to drink Beamish in Cork, but if I'm in Dublin, I drink Guinness.
You think you'd be more into wine being from Cork?
I recently have gotten into wine so fucking much. Wine is the best.
Surely, he wouldn't have liked wine because Cork would have stopped it.
Well, yeah, it does. And don't call us Shirley.
Cork just kept getting in the way.
Also, have you done the New York thing where you've shouted at a taxi saying "I'm walking here"?
Oh yeah, all the time. People
I did that quite a lot.
People are fucking crazy over here. There's one time.
Well, because there's a lot of people walking, so yeah, they know that you're walking there. They just don't give a shit. So they will want to run you over.
I saw a taxi driver pull around, and the guy pulled around and like nearly knocked the fella down, and the guy just started kicking the door, and then eventually kicked the wing mirror off. It's very funny.
I'm quite a passive person. I went to New York for a week. I was so fucking triggered and angry all the time. I was like sucking my teeth at people. I was badging into people. I was like, who am I? This is not, there's some sort of evil over there. I think Ghostbusters 2 didn't quite get it. It's still in the sewers. There's something wrong. We need to help them. It was lovely though. It was cool.
People are angry.
Yeah, I thought you said you went to New York for a wee then. I was like, how rich are you?
No, that would be quite a royal flush for sure. But no, Boris probably does all the time. Bastard.
It's like, just go on the plane.
It's scary though.
I was going to say something then, and I've totally forgotten what it was. There you go. Oh yeah, that was going to say. I know one fact about New York, right? Yeah, and that's in the subway system of New York. There is a mosquito, a type of mosquito that evolved to live specifically down there, and is only found in the subway system of New York and nowhere else in the world.
That's horrifying. I hate mosquitoes.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That is mental.
And they all just go, "Hey, I'm flying here!"
Oh my god. On a serious note though, as a lady in New York and it was summertime, I wore shorts and stuff. Not a wise choice. I have never been misogynized so much in my whole life.
Yeah.
Hey! Even one guy coming up behind me like, I'm like, what the fuck? He looked like Danny Trio, so if I was really desperate, he would have been almost in with the shot. Fuck me, it was intense there.
It's a big thing. Yeah. So it's such a weird thing to do. Yell at someone in the street. That's what I'm like. Oh God, is that what? Like, I'm married. I'm gonna someone yell at my wife. It's like, oh, is that what it's like to be a woman? That's fucking mental.
I mean, it's a good confidence boost if you're having a shit day, but if it's a bit like if it's just over the line of harassment, then it's a bit creepy. But,
yeah. Oh my God.
Good fun.
Yeah, when it starts getting a bit, stalkery and rapey, then yeah, stop. Just say no.
Yeah.
Gamble away.
Always.
Well, I don't get the psychology behind it. Like, what do they think is going to happen?
I mean, it's a numbers game. You never go. No, like just.
Well,
it's like the amount of people he's gone up to him.
I get to actually have the best of both worlds here, right? Yeah, because I get the guys coming up and doing creepy misogynistic stuff to me, especially when I'm like got my back to them at a bar. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they come up to me, it's like, all right, darling. And I just get to turn around and go, yes, love, how's it going? It's like deepest voice, just like, all right, darling.
Brilliant.
And that's
This is
always
why
good
men
fun, just
everywhere
to see
should
their
have long
safe
hair.
face fall. Yeah, totally, man. Let's turn the tables on this crazy shit.
Absolutely.
You should stop wearing those stilettos as well, because that gives it away as well.
Have you seen the Ruddy Hell It's Harry and Paul sketch where they're the builders shouting after the like women, and then they're like, all right, darling, how's it going? And then he like turns back to him and is like, yes, well, I was reading Tolstoy the other day, and actually, some of the comments he made on death were really quite insightful. And then like, just another guy's like, all right, get your tits out. Like, and now, I just constantly have that as an image in my head. I really hope that that's actually what's happening, and it's just like contractual. At this point, like I'm really hoping, like, because we've got past it. I hope men don't really behave like that. So let's just hope that it's contractual within a builder's contract. That you have to, fulfill a certain amount of yelling a day.
I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it's in the City and Guilds contract when they get the certificate that they have to be assholes.
Yeah. Do you think, is it part of the exam, like to get into?
Bunch of people.
But it's like I work at Screwfix as well. It's like because I work at Screwfix as well, so it's like I deal with a lot of tradespeople as well. So they're at the trades counter, and we're actually doing sponsored sort of get your name on our t-shirts type thing. And we have some women who actually work there, and they were like, "Yeah, darling, so I'll sponsor that, and I'll work in my birthday suit though." And I'm like,
Oh.
"Great, thanks. So I'm gonna wear it. How about that?"
I used to work in hi-fi, so I had quite a bit of stuff. It was like they'd always come in and be like, "Oh, is there a man that I could talk to about hi-fi?" Because obviously you've got a vagina, so you wouldn't know what it was called from an RCA, obviously. But yeah, keeps it interesting. But because I used to sell tellies as well, one of my favorite jokes was that I can take up to 55 inches in TVs, which then changed to 65 inches in TVs because I got stronger. That was good.
I think when someone says go get a man to explain it to me, I think you should say, yes, certainly, turn around, put on a beard, and then turn back around again. And then it'll be all right.
I do have a very nice Monty Python beard that my lovely friend gave me with some Monty Python stuff, so I can whip that out at any given moment.
Nice.
Title of your sex tape.
Yeah. Oh.
I like the idea of him. I like the idea of him like coming back, being like, who sold him this? She did.
Nice.
Alrighty then, guys. So guys, have you guys got any like social media or anything we can keep an eye out on you with, so that we can keep following you and find out about anything that you guys are up to? Where can we keep tracks of you?
I've got my Instagram and Facebook, but I don't really do fuck all. But it's just Say Floor, which is as you see it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Aiden?
Cool. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Aiden Kelly _00. So shit.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Lee?
I'm just on Facebook, which is Lee Watson Comedian, closing the title. But yeah, it's just I haven't really updated it for a while due to what's going on, but hopefully be back on it. Don't have an Instagram just because it's just don't really have that sort of socially media-y bits, just that one really.
I mean, it's owned by Facebook anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter anyway. So is WhatsApp. It's all just
Absolutely, it's all run by one big evil corporation. But if you type in the 27-minute comedy hour or Simon Says Stand Up into any social media platform, you will of course find me and everything that I'm doing. Please check out Simon Says Stand Up Facebook page though, because we've got some exciting stuff coming up very soon. We're going to be having live shows coming back to Bedford, including open air gigs, which is going to be great. And you'll be able to find out about all my live shows. I think I've got 6 booked now over the next 3 months, which is so there we go then, folks. Thank you so much. This has been the last ever 20 minutes more. I don't know when it's going to go out. I haven't really worked that out because there's no show next week for it to follow. So at some point this is just going to get broadcast out. I'll shout about it on Facebook and shit. I A massive thanks to my wonderful guests, Safe Floor, to Aidan Kelly, and to Lee Watson. And a massive thanks once again, as always, to Michael, our artist, and to Dan Lythe, our wonderful musician. This has been the 20 minutes more. Thank you so much for joining us. Until we meet again, stay safe, everyone.
Au revoir.